What is up, Crown Vic Crew? Welcome back to another video. So as you guys can see by the title, this is going to be a pretty interesting topic. And I recently just thought about putting this or installing this in my Taurus. And that is a WatchGuard system. If you guys know law enforcement or you're familiar with law enforcement, you're going into law enforcement, whatever the case may be, you probably already know what a WatchGuard system is. In case you guys don't know, I'm going to be going over it in this video. I did a little bit of research and stuff, and I noticed that my car actually had a WatchGuard system in it. So what a WatchGuard system basically is it's basically this right here. It's basically a dash cam, but a lot more high tech. I actually found the camera for that, and it's about 15 bucks. It's really not all that expensive, but I did place a bid for the camera. So also, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, but these holes right here on the top, I originally thought that this was possibly for you know, maybe a walkie-talkie or something, something like that. That's what I originally thought was here, but this is actually for the WatchGuard screen. You got those three holes right there indicating where the screen would be, the three brackets holding the screen, and the screen would be aiming towards the driver. So when you're driving, you can see what's happening. You can see what's happening. You can see what's happening from the camera system all right here. So I think it's really, really cool to install a WatchGuard system because A, it would be cool to cover up these holes, and it would be cool to, you know, just have the original equipment that was originally in this car. Obviously, you know, equipment, I mean, you know, stuff like this, not strobes and sirens and stuff like that. That's not going to go in my car, but it'd be cool to kind of recreate and kind of see, you know, how my car once was when everything was in there. Now, obviously, the WatchGuard system is a little bit expensive, so this is something that's going to be held off. I'm getting my tints first. I'm getting my push bar first before I even start thinking about installing this WatchGuard system in my car. But like I said, again, the camera is only like 15 bucks. That was very, very cheap, so I placed a bid on that. We'll see if I win it or not. The actual system itself is anywhere from like $250 to $500 used. They're a little bit cheaper. They were like $250 to $300 used, which I don't really mind it being used. A couple of scratches here and there, I really don't care. So but yeah, that's the plan for the inside of my Taurus. The first big major plan I have for the inside of my Taurus is going to be the WatchGuard system. But right now we're going to go upgrade to a new dash cam because that one is just, I need a better dash cam for the front of my car. So that one's going to go in the rear, and we're going to get a new one for the front. So let's hop on the road, and I will see you guys once we get the camera. Alright guys, so I just came back from my local Best Buy and picked up the dash cam. This is the dash cam I bought. Came out to like 160 bucks with taxes, but it is a big upgrade over the one I have right now. Alright guys, so I'm back home. I got the camera. I was filming, but then a lady pulled up on the side of me while I was filming, which was super awkward. So I was like, great, okay. So I put the camera down. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about owning one of these cars. I've noticed only with ex-cop cars is no matter how far away you park from everybody, people park right near you. I don't know if it's because, oh, it's a cop car, my car will be safe, let me park near. But it's so annoying when I'm filming a video or I'm trying to eat food like far away and people park right near me. It pisses me off. That's one of the reasons why I want tints on my car, so that people don't peek into my car. It's like, seriously, people, it's not like, I just don't understand. But anyway, one of the other reasons why I got a dash cam, one of the other reasons why I got this dash cam is for everyday use as well. I don't always have my GoPro here, obviously, because it was an expensive GoPro, and I don't want this here for obvious reasons, so people don't steal it. And it's not really for dash cam use. I use this for YouTube videos, so I don't want my SIM card to be, you know, just constant, you know, driving and stuff like that, if that makes sense. These are just for YouTube. That's why I got the GoPros. That's why I got this for everyday use. But as you guys can see how it says no card right there, that's because this one doesn't have looping. It's just overall a crappy dash cam. I mean, it was $20, so I really can't hate on it too much. So this one, obviously a lot more expensive, to $100, but this one has looping, which means I can have this playing all the time. It constantly records. It has good audio, it has good picture. I watched a ton of reviews, and people said this is a really, really good dash cam. It's got wide angle, discrete design. It has collision sensing, which that one does as well, which means if someone hits your car, it'll automatically turn on. So overall, it's a really good dash cam, but that's not only the reason why I got this for security purposes. I also got this for everyday use. So when I'm driving, I capture almost every single day people, you know, bugging out over my car, or just like when I went to go pick up McDonald's earlier, the lady was bugging out because of my spotlight. She was like, oh, what are those lights, blah, blah, blah. She's like, so cool. Just like little things like that that I would never pick up because I don't have my GoPro here, or because this one's already full and it's just crappy audio and crappy quality. So, that would be good to make, you know, generate YouTube content for you guys as well, you know, just people reacting to my car or just whatever. And at the same time, it's working as a security device, which is a plus. So I like it. It lights up, I believe, blue LEDs, or blue around all the buttons and stuff at night. There's the camera itself. So it's very small. It is very discreet. As you can see, that one sticks out a lot, and this one's just like, it goes right up towards the windshield. It's kind of probably gonna, yeah, the GoPro's not picking that up, but you guys get the idea. So I'm gonna turn this on, install it, remove that one, reroute that one to the rear, put all the wires for this one, hide them, plug it in, and then we'll see how it works. So, all right guys, so I just finally got it installed. There it is. It's actually really, really good quality, a lot better already over the old one, which I still haven't put in the back. But as you guys can see, I kind of put it off to the side a little bit because I still want room for when the WatchGuard camera comes in. So I left a little bit of space. It comes down anyway, so this should be good the way it is. But if anyone ever wants to put a dash cam in your car and you don't know how to run the wires, it's actually very, very simple. It comes with a diagram, but basically what you want to do is just slip it underneath the liner up here, and then, wow, the GoPro is really dark, not picking anything up. As you guys can see, this tool, this is where this tool comes in handy, and you basically just kind of pry it open gently like that, and then tuck the wire in. As you guys can see, you got a little bit of wire right here that I need to tuck in, but it's very, very simple. And then you just go along like this all the way down, and this will push the wire inside. So basically my wire is hidden all throughout in here. You guys can't even see it. All through here, this panel right here, you can see there's like a little sleeve. You just tuck the wire in there. You can see the wire comes out from here. It's in my glove box, all the excess wire, just close it up, and then you got a little wire right here. And that's pretty much it. So it's nothing really to it. I'm not sure how the back's gonna work. I'm probably gonna have to route it through here. I'm not really sure.
2 hours later.
All right guys, so as you guys can see, this is how you know you got a cheap dash cam. I just got extremely aggravated, went to go tie it up, and then it just snapped. That's how cheap this dash cam was. So now I got a dash cam that I just got to throw out now. So that's just great. As you can see, this part just completely, I mean, look how cheap this is. Look at this. Just completely, everything just fell apart. And by the way, yeah, it didn't fit through there. So I was going to try to reroute it just through the middle. I got really aggravated. Yeah, so now I have a non-functional dash cam in the back. So yay! I'm still going to keep it there just for looks until now. So until I get a replacement. So I'm just going to take this wire off and just leave the actual dash cam like that. So not too happy about this. I was actually really looking forward to having a rear dash cam, but maybe I'll just pick up another one since it was only $20 and call it a day. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.